as a kid, but he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty. Now Burrow loses the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here we go. Hey,
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. And just like that, we're through one in the biggest game of the year. 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl coming up next. 7-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First down. Here's Burrow. His throw incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Nixon. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They'll try to run this one in. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. From 4 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. And the Rams now coming out on the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressed. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Here's Stafford. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. To the air again, Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. Akers, back-to-back catches. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. So we've come upon halftime in the big. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
On second down, here's Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And that is incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one goes for 36 yards. From the red zone now, Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Throwing again is Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where's he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports. The touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee from 4 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Nothing open downfield, they went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back, see if you can make someone miss in the open field.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Another try for Mixon. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to take the lead here in the final minute. McPherson's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The football going back to the Rams now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, this one was a fun one, wasn't it, partner? Just a lot of storylines throughout in a very close, hard-fought game.
And I know it was a game that we're going to keep rehashing, aren't we? We're going to get in the car, head to the airport. We'll keep talking about what we saw in this contest and go over all the different key points of the game, including, of course, the finish.